This is a 2003 LM7 5.3 fuel injected engine on a run stand. I'll show you my setup. We'll start with the fuel system. I have fuel running out of a jug to a 100 micron pre-pump filter, a little AN line going to a Walbro fuel pump, and then a pressure regulator with a return line and a 5 micron filter all in one that goes to AN line, and it's coiled up here because I didn't want to cut it short just for this application. And then that comes up to the fuel rail, and I have deleted the return line that goes here. So that's the fuel system. For the electronics, I have a Holley Terminator X. It's the 550-904 ECM and wiring. It has connections to the injectors. I'm using EV6 injectors, so I had to use an adapter cable to the Multec 2 connections that came with this particular kit. Brand new alternator, which I can monitor here with a electronic digital voltmeter. The Holley Terminator X system I'm using comes with a handheld piece which is touch sensitive, and I can make adjustments in real time. It's not on now. For the cooling system, I just used a radiator I had on hand and some hoses. For the upper radiator hose, I used a stock Silverado hose and used a little bit of hose to adapt it to this radiator. It works fine. These exhaust manifolds are from a Camaro LS1 5.7, and I just made some downpipe to get the exhaust away from the engine. I just used some mandrel bent pipe and some flanges there I made in the shop. This engine is all stock. I'm having some issues with the engine which I will not go into here, but it starts and runs just fine. Let's start it up. On the control power, I have a main switch which would be your key switch. That turns everything on. However, I chose to manually turn on the fuel pump when I want to, and the fan as well. My Holley Terminator handheld piece shows me all of the data I want, and I have an oil pressure gauge here, and I have another one here at different locations on the engine. Let's go ahead and start the engine. You'll have to excuse the messy wiring. I'm much more tidy than that, but I was using wiring that I had rather than cutting up brand new wiring and adding to the expense of simply doing a test run on a run stand. This engine needs some more time to work out any bugs, and then it will go in that truck right there.